Hello lovely ones, and here we are with session 2 of 3 of Ignite 2022 with a mindset reset. So following on from yesterday where we created the wheel of life, and then in each of the zones within your life you put the feeling that you would love to experience this year. And then we looked at why is that feeling in that zone valuable and important to you. So then you went through each of the zones and journaled why that feeling was valuable to you. And it was important to do that because quite too often our feelings are considered something pink and fluffy and a bit woo-woo, but actually our feelings are everything, because our feelings determine the action that we might take and we won't take, and that will freeze us. So it's important to have the feelings that move us in the direction that we want to go in, towards and into the experiences that we want, but also to stay present and enjoy what we are experiencing, rather than continually moving from one experience to another to try and change the feeling that's within us. So by starting with what feelings do I want to experience this year, we can then reverse engineer, well, what are the goals, what are the experiences, what are the relationships, what is the job, and what are the clients that help create that feeling, and therefore what are the experiences, clients, outcomes, relationships that threaten those feelings. And then the next part of what you did was answered this question: what's happening within you currently at the moment in each of those areas that threaten those feelings? So what things are you doing, what thoughts are you having, and what beliefs are you holding that can threaten those feelings? So it's good just to bring all of those things into awareness. So that's what session 1 in summary brought us to. Now tonight in this session, or today depending on when you're watching this, it's tonight for me, but I have some questions for you that are just going to bring even more things into awareness, because when the things are in awareness, like I said in session 1, we take them from underneath the table and put them on top of the table, and where on top of the table you can see them much more clearly, identify them, and be able to adjust them, thoughts, beliefs, be able to adjust them so that they don't get in your way or they accelerate you towards where you want to go. So knowing the feelings that you want to experience in each of those areas of your life, what are you currently doing in each of the areas, individuals, to take one area, work on that in isolation? What are you currently doing in each area individually that is working against you having those feelings? So what is currently going on in your world, either in your mind or things that you're allowing or things that you're moving with, that is getting in the way of you having those feelings? Because remember, we've already established the value and importance of that feeling in that area. So what's important when you work through this is that you take one zone and look at it in isolation. Take the next zone, look at that in isolation. It's not a general one thing that covers everything. And the more you dive into the detail and look at each of the areas in detail, the more you can make the difference that you want to make, so that you feel the way you want to feel in your life. Because remember what I said in the last film, what you feel is what creates the experience you have in any given moment. So you can go to an amazing party. The candles can be everywhere, the people can be looking gorgeous, you can be looking gorgeous, the canopies are amazing, the music's amazing, the air is of that, oh, that lovely warmth that is just right. And yet, something can be worrying you in the pit of your stomach. Just this feeling of worry and anxiety and stress over something that's happening in your world. And yet you're in this amazing party but your experience of the party will be as a result of this churning that's going on inside you. So what I'm basically saying is life can gift you with situations, experiences, but what you're feeling inside your vehicle is what creates the experience that you have within the experience. Does that make sense? Anyway, pause me for now whilst you answer that first question. Second question number 2. What goals had you previously set for yourself before deciding the feelings that you wanted to have that are not aligned with you having these feelings? So you know in life that we set goals, you know, I must climb that career ladder, I must win that client, I must have that amount of money in the bank, I must get that car, I must be 6 stone in my left leg. We set these goals for ourselves. So I want you to now look what goals are lingering in your mind that are outstanding or you're working towards, and just check in which of them are not aligned with you feeling the feelings in each of the areas that you have decided. So take a moment, pause me now, and just journal what those goals are. Okay, lovelies. Question number 3. What are the key things that you are doing in your life right now that supports the way you want to feel? So what we're looking at are the things that are getting in the way, bring those into awareness, and now we're looking at what do we need to keep doing? What do we need to be mindful of? What do we need to protect? So for each area of your life, remember, the more detail you go into, the more you can make it reality. Each area of your life, what are you currently doing in that area of your life that supports you feeling the way you want to feel? Because we know you need to keep doing that. So I want you to just journal, what are those things? Go through each area of your life. Just pause me and work on it. And then when you're ready, come back and play, and I'll be ready with the next part. Okay, lovely ones. So now you will have a journal of things that you're doing in your life that's working against you, goals that you're working towards that are not aligned with the way that you want to feel, and things that you're doing that are working for you. So now I want you to write 3 columns. At the top, I want you to put stop in the left column, start in the middle column, and continue in the 3rd column. And from your journal that you've just made in this session, I want you to populate those columns with a list of all the things that you are going to commit yourself to stopping doing. A list of things that you're going to now start doing. You don't need to start them all at once, but just put them in so that you've got them ready, so that you can start to schedule them into your life when's ready for you. But right now we're not scheduling, we're just populating the column. And then of course in the final column you're going to write a list of all the things you're going to continue to do. And then when you've completed that, you've got a mini action plan. Now an action plan is not an action plan until what? Yes, you're right. Until you put the dates, but not just the date, the time you're going to, on those dates, you're going to action or begin the process of your stop, start, continue. So I hope that's helpful. Press pause whilst you populate those columns. Just checking my time. Okay. And now we're going to look at my final question for this session. In each zone of your life, in each area of your life, what experience would you love to create that would give you the feelings that you want for you? So take them all individually again. Finance. What wee goal could you put in finance that will help you have the feelings that you want? What wee goal will you put in your relationship with your significant other that will give you the feelings that you want? And do them individually. So just doesn't have to be a great big experience. It could be date night, and it could be saving an extra £10 a month, or it could be monetizing things in your house. But put a little goal, a little experience in there that will help you have the feelings that you want. And I have actually slipped up there, and I need to say it, because I said in finance it could be monetizing things that are in your house, but that is actually what? It's an action. It's not a goal, it's not an experience, it's not an outcome. So in the action, in the outcome experience, you're actually looking for what's the result. So monetizing things that's in your house is a route to the result. So I was wrong. So I'm really sorry if I caused any confusion. You want to put in there that you want to have X amount of money in your bank account each month, or you want to retire at a certain date, or you want to have so much in your savings. So now just put a wee experience, little experience, goal, outcome, result, that you would like in each of those areas of your life that will support you having the feelings that you want. Press pause and just spend a bit of time on that, and then come back to me. Okay, my lovelies. So actually, for 1 hour, that's quite a lot of work. But you know, in order to start to manage our mindset better, we need to know what it is we want, so we can align our mind with being focused towards the right thing, to stop doing the things that get in our way, to continue doing the things that work for us, and to start looking at things in a way that manifests and brings us the feelings that we want. So I hope that's been helpful, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And of course, I'm always available if you want to talk through anything. So my lovely, have a great day or evening, depending on when you're watching this. I'm sending you loads of love.